am here today to share with you all things Reels. So today we are looking at Reels, particularly focused on Instagram, but obviously they do it on Facebook now, because I want to give you guys some really good insights into the best way that your business can use Reels, based on some case studies by some smaller businesses and some bigger businesses. Okay. So today, the things that we're going to cover are trending audios. So A, what they are, B, how to find them, C, how to use them. We're going to look at things like collaborating and tagging on Reels. Should you, shouldn't you? How do you do that? Why? We're going to look at using trending styles as well. So things like the actual style of the reel, rather than things just being about the audio, it's about actually the kind of look and feel of it and the kind of creative fun things that you guys can do. And then getting really playful with reels. So I'm going to show you something that somebody has done, which is really, really cool. And I'm not saying that you have to do this, but I'm saying that it is an option if you particularly want to do it. So what I'm going to do is start with a really new fun thing, because one of the things that we do is we help you guys get stronger with your content, and we help connect you on a sort of deeper level with your customers by helping you generate that content. And one of the best ways of doing that now is here. So you've seen, if you come in here every week, one of the things that we do is we give you guys all the national days. And the reason why we give you guys national days and national campaigns is so that you can help plan in your content around a thing. So normally if you have there's things like National Dog Day, National Donut Day, and then there's obviously huge things like this month is Pride Month, which is massive, huge conversation, huge thing, huge exciting thing that everybody's talking about. And pretty much every business in some way, shape or form is getting behind it, showing how inclusive they are. So one of the ways that we want to help you guys is we developed a calendar with a big list of all the national days, all the national content, but we actually wanted to make it even easier for you and integrate that into the Maybe platform. So it'll just take a little second to load because it's Zoom. Here we go. So one of the ways that we've wanted to help you guys, and it's just in case you haven't seen it, it's a new feature, is we have integrated you scheduling in your content with in our content calendar with the national campaign calendar. So it will just load here in a little second. And what you'll see is a list of all the national days on that particular week. So here it says week commencing the 5th of June. So this week. And what will come up in a second is all of the content for that particular week. Yes, there we go. It is going to come up. Woohoo! Right, it took me a little minute there, guys. Right, so here is all of the content that we have scheduled in as Maybe for the whole week, okay? And then what we've done now is we've done a couple of things. We have now included AI in here, aka artificial intelligence. So we have now put in, if you want to create a post, we've now added in AI software, which means that you can say, I want to write a post about, say, National Dog Day, and it will help you write write a genuine post about National Dog Day. But the other thing that we've now added in, do you know what, it's going to take too long, so I'll just go back to here. So I don't want to, I'll just go back to here. This is what it should look like. Sorry, it is not the platform, it is Zoom. It might be my internet. So here you'll see this is what it should see. What you should see here is World Environment Day. So this was Monday, World Environment Day, Bike Week UK, Aromatherapy Awareness Week, World Heart Rhythm Day, Child Safety Week. Friday, for example, is Clothing Poverty Awareness Day. You've got National School Business Leaders Day, UK, National Best Friends Day on Thursday. Look at all these national days. So we've now integrated that into the calendar. So basically, if you want, you can go on and go, do you know what? That's brilliant. I didn't know that it was, so for example, if you're planning your content for Friday, I didn't know that it was Clothing Poverty Awareness Day. Great. What can I write about that? Or Saturday, I didn't know that it was National Gin Day, or sorry, World Gin Day. If you sell gin, or you just quite like gin, then you can actually go in and start scheduling the content directly through there. And then you can write, if it is just because you love gin, it might be that you might type into our AI system, help me write a post about gin, and it will literally generate that for you. Now, that is just a little snippet of all the great things that we've got going on at the moment, but I just wanted to share that because it's really new and it is so, so helpful. I'm finding it really helpful for all my clients when I go on there and I'm looking at, obviously different types of clients have different types of needs and different types of audiences. And it really, really helps me come up with, okay, well, what can I say about National Best Friends Day? What can I say about, I don't know, World Oceans Day, for example? Okay. So why do we do this? 79.1% of consumers in the UK spend over an hour on social media a day, and only 90% of active social media accounts. We've been saying these stats for a little while, and that's because they're still true. So that we be part of the 19%, be part of the people that want to talk to that 79.1% of people. Be on social, get your content sorted, keep speaking to them, because that is what we all need to be doing. We help over 25,000 businesses get more out of social media. So we help you guys compare your social media performance with any other business. We give you all the social media tools and insights you need to use social media effectively. And we give you guys access to resources, training to help you communicate better. So it's all part of the platform. Right, my spiel is done. Let me chat you through some reels. So this is Kratzov Physio. And this is about using a trending audio in his own way. So I'm going to play it and then we'll discuss it. It always takes that a little bit longer. Right, okay. Let me... Okay. Okay, so this is basically Physio, and he's used a trending audio in his reels. He's created a video and it's just him obviously doing his exercises. He wants to show, I guess, valuable information for his followers. So what I always say is, like, give top tips, give a bit of support, and talk to people about your journey, because it's that kind of connecting people with the human side of your business. As you can see, what he's done is it's him in the background, and then there's just what training means to me approaching my 30s, longevity, listening to my body, staying consistent, blah blah blah. But basically he's talking to people who are in the early 20s in their late 20s going into the 30s, or already in their 30s, and talking about basically what they should be prioritizing. So really, it doesn't matter what his business is, it doesn't actually matter what he's doing. What we're talking about today is the reel. So he's chosen to do a reel because they are still really favored by Instagram. Don't get me wrong, it is going back a little bit, and they do like you to do like a single post. However, reels just get more reach generally, and once you get the trending, it can go pew. So I wanted to show you guys, where did he find, so that audio might mean nothing to you, but the reason why he's used it is because it is a trending audio. So in here, you can click, let's make sure this works first before I say any more. Yes, you can click the audio. Did you see where I did that? You can click on the audio, and what will come up is the audio. Hopefully you guys can hear that okay. But yeah, what will come up is the audio. If you can't, or if there's any issues with it, please just pop in the Q&A button so that I know. And then the great thing is, so that has been played on 98,000 reels, okay? So it's trending. So he will have found that in various ways. He will have found that by either going through reels and quite liking an audio, and then what he's done is he's clicked on the audio exactly like I did, and then you choose to save the audio. Then when you go into doing a reel next time, it comes up with what you've saved, and you just choose that audio. It's as simple as that. That is what all these people have done. Equally, what you can also do is click on the audio and go, right, okay, well, actually, what's this been used for? And this can give you ideas on how to create your own reel, because it might be that actually you've never done a reel, or actually you just quite like it, but you don't know how to use it. So here are all the different ones. So just wanted to show you that as a really simple way. So he is, a physio, but you could use that audio for quite literally anything. But the power of using a trending audio is that when you use a trending audio, if it's already trending, Instagram wants to keep it trending, wants to keep it going. So the more and more people that are using it, the more that anytime you click on that audio, your content is going to be seen. So whilst you might not necessarily be seen by your direct customer, you are going to be seen by the masses, and that will naturally help Instagram want to push your content more out to people. So that's why if you put on a single post, you might get 20 engagements, or you say a video, you might get 20 views, 100 views, 200 views. If you put on a reel, you can get thousands of views. And that is because people are just sitting doing that and they're looking through it. So it's just to kind of understand the power of reels is that you will get Instagram loving you a little bit more, wanted to share a bit more of you because you're using the trending reel and people have, say, 420 people have liked it. So the more you do that kind of thing and you play around with those kind of audios, the better it will be. Right. So next one is B&Q. So let's have a look at B&Q. And again, as always, guys, please write something in the Q&A if you've got any questions at all and you want to know anything, like write in the Q&A just so that I can answer anything. It is lovely to chat to you all. Right, everyone knows what B&Q is, so I mean, I'd like to think I don't have to explain it, but here we go. Okay, right, you get the gist of this, okay? So they've not used an audio. What they've done is they have done a little collaboration with him. He's obviously garden expert, and B&Q want to give people some inspiration on what they can do with their garden. They're doing it on the lead up to, say, a weekend, thinking about when everybody's going to be going out and buying their plants, buying their new planters. Is this kind of time of year? So thinking about reels, one of the really good ways of using reels is a great way of sharing tips, advice, especially when it comes to your own product. So it's how to use your product. And again, when you use a reel, it just goes in comparison. That's the only way I can describe it. It just, it's like giving it rocket fuel in comparison to just doing a normal post. It's not just seen by your followers, it's seen by anyone watching reels, and everyone's watching reels. They're all sitting there, you know, on their phone, skimming through, looking at reels. So it is a really good way of being seen by new potential customers. It's also a really good way of being shared as well, because people might look at that and think, oh, my friend was looking for some garden inspiration, for example, for this weekend. Great, let me use that. So when you think about how simple this is, he literally is saying a great weekend job for your garden. What will you be planting? He's literally gone into detail about, so you can see one of the things he mentioned was the previous time. So he's obviously done a previous reel, as you can see there's some here, on you know, planting things before. So then he's showing, do you remember these ones that we planted before? This is what they look like. So he's expecting people to come back for more, which again, if you're giving tips and advice, people do. So use reels for that. And I don't care if you make, you don't know, coffee, and you're just showing the different methods that you might use for it, or how to make a really good cup of tea, how to make a really good biscuit cake, or it could be a style advice, or it could be, I don't know, things to do with your kids over the summer. You know, there's so many different ways for you to use an idea like this, and it is simple. And I'm not going to lie, adding in a dog, a pet, a child always helps when it comes to boosting the algorithm as well, because people love animals being there. So yeah, that dog probably got more attention than he did, I'm not going to lie, but it certainly would have for me, because I just love dogs. But it's really good. And then all he's done as well is just added in the captions. So remember, if you do an audio, make sure you click on the caption button. So literally there's a little button that you just press, it says captions, and it auto generates. So all these words here are, just in case you've not used it before, in case, hopefully it's not a granny sucking eggs thing, but it all comes up here. And then literally what to do is, so when words come up like that, say you found a word that you didn't say, because sometimes it doesn't pick you up correctly, click on the word and then you can actually delete the word and change it to the word that you actually use. So I have it quite a lot if I mention my dog on there, and it doesn't always pick up his name. So it comes up with Lucky and various other things, but his name is Bucky. So I just make sure that I go in there and change it. Sometimes you also can get a bit confused with some of the words. So just be a little bit careful with captions. But again, really, really good idea. So if you're looking for ideas for reels, tips, hints, advice, things to do this weekend, that kind of thing, it gets people talking, gets people sharing, but most of all, it helps with the Instagram algorithm as well. It'll be in queue. Right, this I love, because sometimes this is just about being simple, and I'm going to talk a little bit about these in a second, the hashtags. There we go. Sorry, it will just take a little second, guys. There we go. Right. So sometimes simple is best. Now I want to show you, this is something that they do a lot of. You can see static post, reel. So out of interest, let me click on this. So it doesn't say how many people liked it, because that's obviously been switched off. However, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 comments. The same one on a reel, 45 comments and 1,700 likes. So let's look at why. So I absolutely love this for hundreds of reasons. I got to show you guys the power of a reel over doing a static post. Both same thing, gorgeous cakes, but it lets you test it out. So why not use that idea? Test out you doing a normal post versus a reel and just see what you get more traction with. It doesn't matter, it's fine. They've used a trending audio here. I'm obsessed, Rihanna. And again, when you click in that audio, you might think, right, okay, what can I use that for? I'm obsessed. It might be that you're obsessed with your, as I said, your nail colors, your coffee, your you might have a new deal going on in your store. You might have a new store coming up if you're a shopping center. You might be doing an event if you're a place. Anyone could use that. Then they've used a really cute caption. So cute one for lovely birthday boy. My friend ordered this cake for her son all the way from Bristol. A big thanks to my husband for delivering it safely, which again is lovely. I think that it shows that, again, that human factor. This is one of her mates that lives somewhere much further away than where she's based. And all she's done is just go this way, that way, that way, that way with the camera. That is simple. She's not done anything sort of over and above when it comes to, like, you know, using loads of filters and blah, blah, blah. It's literally just, I've stuck on a song, I've done a bit of this with my camera, and it's got 1,700 likes. So the other thing she's done is she's tagged in the topper. So the topper photo obviously is something that she didn't make. It's something that she purchased as part of it. And she's been honest about that and put it in, because obviously most cake makers, you know, that's exactly what they would do. So she's tagged them in, and if I was Talktastic, I would 100% be then resharing that and keeping on top of my tags. And then this, you should always still use hashtags when it comes to this kind of thing. Use them. It is so, so good, because here you can see it's like hashtag Instacake, hashtag drip cake, hashtag cake trends. So people love baking, food porn, all that kind of stuff on social media. They're always following these hashtags. So while some of these are quite general, you will get a whole load of new followers off the back of this, because people will go, oh my God, you know, like even if they're in America, they might use it for inspiration, but they're not going to be your customer. People that are the ones that are following these. Manchester cakes. So Manchester bake, Manchester food. So clearly she's based in Manchester. So anyone following anything to do with that who lives in Manchester is much more likely to then book their cake off the back of it. However, the clever thing that she's done is she said that she's delivered that all the way somewhere else. Yes, she might have done it for a friend, but it does mean that she can deliver elsewhere. So she's showing her skills. So basically, sometimes what I'm saying is that simple is sometimes just as easy, and you'll see that if you go through any of the Instagram, it's the same thing. She always does like the final picture, and then she does like a little reel to kind of show off what it looks like. So just keep that in mind, that you can use that kind of thing as like a bit of a style as well, but equally it does let you test out content. All right, John Lewis, good old John Lewis. Let's have a look. So I'll let you see it and then we'll chat about it. Right. I mean, first of all, could it be any cuter? Anything, let's face it, with little babies in it is always going to be super, super cute. But what they've done is various things. So they have wanted to promote their baby products, and in particular focusing on bath time, because what they've got is obviously a huge collection of items for a thing. So you think about John Lewis, right? They have so many things they can sell: TVs, clothes, sofas, everything, right? So when they're thinking about their advertising campaigns, they've got to get really specific. And the best way of getting specific is putting all of your products that would help with either thing like bath time, bedtime, going to the gym. If it's something, you know, if you're a different business, it might be going to the gym, it might be going on holiday, it might be packing a suitcase, it might be hoovering. So pulling all those products together and then showing the usage of those in one reel will help you sell an experience. That's what this is. And then what they've done is they've used a trending audio. So again, they've had a little look through on reels and they've looked at what's trending, and then they've chosen one that's just really nice, and it, you know, it's called Calm Down. Really nice and chilled and feels all very baby bath time, you know, so it works for them. And then here it just says baby bath time essentials. And then they've added the little bits over it. So, you know, like from bath supports and thermometers and Burt's Bees bubble bath. So showing the bubble bath, they're showing the little supports. You can see the little thermometer that goes into the bath. I remember, you know, having those little towels for my daughter and like the little bath time thing as well. It's all the things that you need to buy when you have a baby. So they're basically telling me, like, it might be that I'm pregnant and I'm looking at this, or I might be looking for gifts to get somebody who's just had a baby, or I might be thinking, or I might just be looking for inspiration for something else. But again, having a real life baby all wrapped up in the little towel, you know, so they've got somebody with a baby to do this for them. But it is simple. It is a trending audio, and it's also a kind of trending style. So actually putting all of those things together and pulling it into, you know, so it literally is a how to do bath time with your baby. That's what this is. Just the same way as the guy who was the physio did, almost like, you know, how to do a workout in your 30s, or someone else might do, I don't know, how to do the perfect dinner table, anything like that. You can do really, really easily. And all they've done is take small videos, a series of small videos, so it might be 10 seconds. And then when you go in to make your reel, it stitches them all together. You add your audio over the top, and then literally you just add in the comments here. That's it. It's as simple as that. And then when you look here, they've had to do like the little hashtag. So it features a water level indicator for optimal safety, which should be carefully filled. So obviously, you know, if you get T's and C's or anything you need to let them know, then you can let them know in there. But they've kept it really simple. They've just put all the product codes in. So again, if you're selling multiple things, although Instagram doesn't let you put links in, what you can do is say link in the bio and link directly through to whatever the latest one is. And it might be that you just create a little collection on your website. So it might be just a section that's bath time, or it might be workout or dog walk or whatever it is you're doing. And then just create a little collection, have all those products together. But equally, you can literally just put them in, so that all I need to do is do that, so copy and paste it into your website, and I will find those straight away, and it just makes it easier for me to buy. So here you go. People have loved it. Super, super cute. But again, for John Lewis, you know, it got 205 likes. It's not out of the stratosphere, but it's a really, really lovely reel, because it's about using a trending audio, a trending kind of style, and putting lots of snippets of videos together, and a how-to guide of something, and creating a collection of products and putting them all together. Right, this one's really fun. And honestly, this will have taken her ages. And I cannot even describe to you how tricky this will have been, that probably nobody watching it will have appreciated how tough this is. But I wanted to show you it because you can get really crazy when it comes to, oh, why is this not coming up? Right, I'm going to go rogue here and I'm going to have to type her in because for some reason it is not coming up on the link. I'm just going to go rogue and just type her into Instagram here. Oh, sorry, it's given. My screen is going a bit funny. There we go. Right, I'm going to type it in here. So she was Colleen Makeup. Sorry guys, sometimes things just don't work and we've got to improvise. And as usual, everything takes so long. So Colleen Makeup. Come on, there we are. Right. So I would describe this as more of an influencer sort of situation. However, it's to show you that if you really want to go for it with reels, you seriously can, but it is going to take you a little chunk of time. So this was the ice cream makeup. Let's have a look at it. Right, so this is cool. It's just cool, right? As you can see, it starts with her, it looks like she just used loads of really cool graphics, right? And she kind of has, but she kind of hasn't. So what she's done here is she has likened taking, so she's done ice cream makeup. So this is about a style of makeup. She has tagged in everywhere that she got all of the different you know, pieces from. So you've got Charlotte Tilbury, you've got your KVD Beauty, you've got your Maybelline. So she's tagged in all the things, all the products that she's used. But essentially what she's done, she's got an ice cream. She's looked like she's putting it on her face at the beginning. That's for her foundation. So it's like that nice peachy kind of color. Then she's used different ice cream related products to look like she's doing a thing. And then to break it down, so that what she's literally done is taken one picture of her holding this, the next picture of her holding it there, the next picture of her holding it there. In between those pictures, she's taken more pictures of her, literally, see these little bits here, of her drawing those little bits on her eyes. Then she's done two more pictures and she's added in some eyeshadow, pretending that she's doing that. So she's done that picture, again, that, pulling together in the Neapolitan ice cream. She's then, before she's stitched that together, she's drawn it on her face, the color, taken a picture of that, done the same, got a new one, pulled it back, taking more pictures. That honestly will have taken her hours. Someone there said, I wish people understood how much time and effort really goes into stop motion, especially this kind. You seriously deserve millions of likes on all of your posts. And people have written, she's so much patience. This is so clever. Are you kidding me? This is a cinematic masterpiece. And don't get me wrong, you can muck around with reels. You can use cool backgrounds. You can speed things up, slow things down. You know, there's so much you can do with this. But my point is, you can quite literally take seconds of something, stitch it all together and make it look as fun as that. So when you're thinking about, if you are a florist and flower arranging, you could take 1,000 snippets and then put them all together. You can take tons of tiny little videos and put them all together to show how something all comes together. There's so many ways of doing it. Just, I wanted to show you this to show basically reels you can do absolutely anything with. You can get as creative as you like, but equally, you don't have to get this creative. I just thought it was something pretty cool to show you guys. And apologies that I had to come out of the webinar in order to go and find that there, but that's what happens sometimes when you're live. Here we go. Right, it's going to take a little second, guaranteed now. There we go. Just back to slideshow. Right, guys, there you go. We're live. These things happen. Right, so I think I have covered all of my reels. So basically, we'll do a little roundup at the end, but I just wanted to go back to talking about the national days that are coming up. So bearing in mind everything that we've just discussed on all the reels, I want to have a look at all the national days that are coming up over the next couple of months to see if there's anything that maybe has sparked a little bit of inspiration for you all. Sorry, again, this is going to take a little second. Oh, Zoom is not being my friend today, people. That's all right. There we go. Right. I think let's have a look. So we've already talked about it. There's quite a lot going on in June already. It is Pride Month. So if you're not involved in that conversation, please get involved in it if it's right, obviously, for your business or for you personally, obviously. July, let's have a wee look at July. And again, remember, when you go into scheduling your content on Maybe, it comes up with all of the national days that are coming up anyway. So you can just literally like use AI to then create the post as well. That works for you. So coming up, July is a great one. So Independent Retailer Month. Are you an independent retailer? You should 100% be using the hashtag. So here we've got what the day is, that it's a month. We've written some content about it. We've put, again, the sort of different categories that it would come under. We've even put the URL in, and then we've put your hashtag in so that you can use the hashtag. Now, this is something that any independent business should 100% be using as a hashtag. You should be celebrating being an independent business. You should follow that hashtag as well and look at supporting other independent businesses as well, because COVID really changed things for everybody. People do want to support independent businesses. People do want to support businesses with people behind them. So people buy from people. So use that hashtag, because people are looking for independent businesses that they can support, and other businesses are looking for ones that they can collaborate with. So make sure you do think about, well, what can I do for Independent Retailer Month? Is it that, you go back and do a story about how you started your business, for example, how long you've been in business, what drives you in your business? There's so much content you can generate around Independent Retailer Month. Or if you're a place, I don't know, you might be a bid or something that's watching, then why not go around all the independent retailers, do a roundup of the independent retailers and do like a bit of your guide to independent retail in a space, something like that. Let's have a look at another one. Okay. Social Media Giving Day is a pretty cool one as well that you could do something with. So it could be, could you literally do a giveaway on July the 15th for Social Media Giving Day? So could it just be that you do a big giveaway to your followers, and it's the first, 20 people to do something like comment on your post or click on something or DM you or anything like that, and you just give them something, give them a product. It's just a nice idea. And that's all this is doing. It's giving you ideas, and then you can do with it what you wish. But I think that's another really nice thing. And then looking at World Chocolate Day. I mean, that's a given, really, what you can do with that. But again, if you sell chocolate products, if you just love chocolate, or it might be that you just show like a funny picture of your child covered in chocolate, for example, there's so many little things that you can do with that. But yeah, this is to give you guys some inspiration, to give you guys some ideas. And then what to do is then go back to, I guess, what we were discussing with the reels, and think about, well, how can I use some of those techniques to create some really cool reel content on these national days? Because the national day is important because everyone's already talking about them. So why not just get involved in a conversation that everyone's already having? There's no point in starting from scratch. You might as well use what's already out there. And remember, we do all this for you guys on a daily basis. So you can join here on any of our training sessions. Monday, how to use Maybe. Friday, advanced ads. Thursday, ads for beginners if you want to learn how to use, say, Facebook ads, for example. And then you can schedule in, you can advertise, you can do reports, you can learn from any competitor. And then we are here all the time to give you guys as much help as you need. So just a little roundup then of everything that we've discussed. So following trends can be a really good thing. So think about how I showed you how to find those trending audios. It's really, really easy. Use them because Instagram loves it. And you're more likely to then get your one shared as well. Share tips and advice in a fun way using Reels. Think a little bit of B&Q. Think about, what help, tips and advice you can give. Again, think about your audio if you want to use an audio and you just want to do it visually, or you can obviously use your own audio. That's absolutely fine. Tagging collaboration work really, really well on Reels. So make sure that you tag in products that you're using. If you're doing a collab, you can actually do one with someone. So it just says, like that these two brands are working together on this particular project. It works really well because it just doubles your reach, doubles your engagement. And then when it comes to tagging, it means that the brand that you're tagging in, especially if they've got a bigger following, are much more likely to share your stuff. And then it means that you are getting 2 bites of the cherry. Use styles you like on Reels, but put your own spin in them. So thinking about, you could go crazy and go for the ice cream makeup situation, or you could be a little bit more chilled out and go for the John Lewis bath time approach. But look at the different styles of what different people have done on Reels, whether it's snippets, whether it's, before and afters, whether it's spinning around and then showing something, whether it's, playing around with clothes, lots of different ways that people use Reels. So just look at the different options and choose what works for you. Have fun and get creative. Think ice cream. What can you do that's outside of the box that can, especially if you've got the time to do it, that can really make you stand out, because that's how you can get trending yourself. So if you've not yet, set up the account today and get learning from other brands. This is exactly what we do. We show you guys how other people are doing it so that you guys can get better, you guys can get inspiration, and you can learn from them. Just because they're B&Q and have a decent marketing budget doesn't mean you can't learn from them. Just because there might be a small independent candle maker that only sells on Etsy doesn't mean you can't learn from them.